Hi. I remember being about 8 or 9 years old, watching the Bangor main feed of PBS and seeing a Doctor Who. Usually on Saturday nights, they'd have the one whole serial in a block instead of the way they do it now. The way they used to do it then was like a continuing series. My first Doctor back then was Tom Baker, and later on I kind of went back to see Jon Pertwee and Patrick Troughton. I've only recently seen William Hartnell. I'm loving the new Doctor. Matt Smith is my favorite of the new Doctors so far, and today I'm going to do a Doctor Who review on the first one. I see a lot of people have reviewed the beginning a while back, and that was when it was the box set, either the English one or the first one that came out in Region 1 North America. It was done on 2 discs, I think. But this one here is the new one that came out, the new slim case. It's see, it's a little different. Doctor at the beginning, and it is a 3-disc set. It has the first 13 episodes of Doctor Who, An Unearthly Child. It has the original pilot of that as well. It has the Daleks, the first appearance of the Daleks. That's a 7-episode one, and it's The Edge of Destruction, which is my favorite in the whole set. And it's only 2 episodes, but it's really tightly done and ahead of its time. There's audio commentary on some of these. Creation of Daleks, 18-minute featurette. Of course, there's a pod episode that I mentioned before. I'm going to get into talking about this set a little bit more. I'm just going to read the DVD extras, and I'll talk to them a little bit more later. Doctor Who Origins, a 53-minute long documentary about the making of the series. That's really interesting. Over the Edge, it's a 30-minute one on the Edge of Destruction. Inside the Spaceship, 10 minutes. Master of the Sound, it's on the sound. That's 12 minutes. There's a 30-minute reconstruction of with pictures and and audio of Marco Polo. That's the last 4th story that would have came after Edge of Destruction. It was originally 7 episodes long, and of course there's actually episode 2 on Edge of Destruction has an Arabic soundtrack as well. A lot of the last episodes, I think, were found over in places like Abu Dhabi. They were really popular over there. Popular here in Canada as well, and of course, that's the usual PDF, radio time listings, Unearthly Child script, and a little bit more. Well, one thing you should know right at the bat is that the Doctor Who at the beginning, when you open it up, the discs are like this, and you see it has an Unearthly Child, Seeds of Destruction, and Daleks. The reason I got them switched, that Daleks was here first, and Seeds of Destruction was here. Seeds, Edge of Destruction. I just finished watching Seeds of Death, so anyway, Edge of Destruction on a lot of these, on mine anyway, and it's a heads up, is actually the Daleks, and the Daleks, or the one that's printed as the Daleks, is actually Edge of Destruction. There was a mix-up in the print run, and at least in the initial print run, when you put on Edge of Destruction, you're getting the Daleks. When you put on the Daleks, you're getting Edge of Destruction. You're not missing anything. It's just the discs are mislabeled. I watched The Unearthly Child again with my friends. My birthday was this weekend. Had a Doctor Who birthday, TARDIS cake. I put pictures out on here sitting down the road, and got this. Right. Hartnell's different. If you haven't seen Hartnell, then it's going to be a change. If you've only seen the new series, then I really recommend you check out the old series. It's the Doctor's 50th anniversary, and you should really see where it came from. When you see creatures now, the Solorans have been shown, the Santarans, the Master, the Daleks, Davros, it's great having them introduced now, but if you don't have the history to go on, then you don't get a lot of the nuances of the series. And I recommend that you at least go back and see, give each of the Doctor at least one try, get some more than that. So that you can actually see. Watch a Dalek episode. Genesis of the Daleks is probably one of the best. Watch a Hartnell episode. I wouldn't choose the first one. Or the second one, actually. I would go with something later when his character's sophomore. And in The Unearthly Child, the Doctor doesn't do a lot except he whines. He kidnaps. He tries to murder an injured man. He's kind of psychotic at the beginning. He really didn't have the nuances down there, what the Doctor was going to be, what this whole series was going to be about. He's not a likable character, and but he does come off as very alien, and that's That's a really good, and it comes off much better as it goes along. A lot of the early episodes are lost. Troughton was my, when I'm rewatching the series, Troughton's amazing. The stuff that he puts there. Tomb of the Cybermen. If you're going to watch one Troughton one, I say watch Tomb of the Cybermen. If you're going to watch the second one, I like Mind Robbers. That's what I suggest, and that's what I'd go with. Jon Pertwee, there's so many. Inferno is amazing. The entire Master run, you've got to see Terror of the Autons to really see what kind of threat those characters are. The only one was ever shot in film format was the episode Spearhead from Space, which was Jon Pertwee's first, and it was the first color episode of Doctor Who. So that's the one, only of one of the original series you're gonna see come out on Blu-ray, because it's the only one they can really remaster, like as into that in that format. For Tom Baker, the Holmes Hinchcliffe era is just incredible. Anything. Pick up Horror Fang Rock or Talons of Wang Chang. There's just so much good Tom Baker. Peter Davison, I like the actor, I like his companions. His stuff's a little bit slower. He's not the most dynamic Doctor. His work's a lot on the way his companions work. So with him, I'd say K's Van Drzandi. It's his last episode, and it's probably his best. Colin Baker, get Trial of a Time Lord. Yeah. And for Sylvester McCoy, I don't know, it's a hit and miss. I thought Battlefield was good, and Curse of Fenric is one of the better episodes. Those are the ones. But for right now, for this one here, Doctor Who, The Beginnings, it is the first 13 episodes. It is a 3-disc set. There's a lot on it. The documentary, it's on the creation of Doctor Who. It's 53 minutes long. This company here really puts the DVDs together well. When Doctor Who first came out on DVD, you got barely nothing with them, and that's why a lot of the early ones are being remastered and like come out with special editions. Some people are a little PO'd because basically they're rebuying the same episodes again, except with some more stuff on them. But it's really worth it. This is the new slim case editions come out. I think this is the way that North America is going to go with the box sets from now on. So if there's another Trial of a Time Lord or something like that, we're probably going to get something around the same as this. And considering how expensive it is to get some of these now, it's really worth it. I picked this one up. Well, this one was given to me for my birthday, but I think it was like less than it was about $20, I think. It's a really good set. I'm going to be doing a couple more reviews now, so keep watching. Tell me if you like this one or not. Tell me if there's anything else you want to know. Again, Unearthly Child is 4 episodes. So it's 95 minutes long. It's the origin of the Doctor, and you get his first companions are Barbara and Ian, and of course his granddaughter Susan. She's kind of hot, and she's kind of whiny, but still. The Daleks, the first, the classic introduction of the Daleks. We get to see them for the first time. You see why the shows work so well in black and white, especially the early stuff. They didn't have a large budget, it was back in the day. So what we're seeing here now is how well a black and white can emphasize and show these creatures. Stuff that will look cheesy in color doesn't look so much so in black and white. Maybe if you switch Terror of the Vervoids and put that in black and white, the monsters wouldn't look so. Let's just watch it and find out. Edge of Destruction is a mind mess. It's It's a bottle episode, and it's done within the TARDIS. It's really trippy, really cool. I can't say enough good stuff about this one. It's way ahead of its time. It got blasted a bit by a few people. Not rightly so. It's 47 minutes long. You can watch Edge of Destruction in one sitting. You will watch it again. You will not watch the Daleks in one sitting, more than likely. It's not that compelling. Though I highly recommend that you pick up the set. If you haven't picked up any Doctor Who yet, start here. This is not going to be something you're going to go to all the time. Tom Baker, you will go to a lot. Patrick Troughton, you'll go to a lot. Pertwee, you will go to a lot. Those are the guys that you're going to see going to your collection over and over again. But you got to have the original. Got to have the first. This is the new slim edition of the beginning, Doctor Who. Check it out. I'll give this one. I was going to give this one a 5 out of 5, and I'm still going to do it. But again, just check your discs when you get them. and they may be mislabeled. Thanks a lot, and it's time for tea.